Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel. This is Owl, one of my spirit guides. Welcome to episode 5 of season 9. And yes, I'm in a new location, different part of the house actually. I'm thinking, there's actually a nice space. I don't know why well, we all know why. Humans are animals of habit. It's crazy. And it makes sense in a way because our brain likes to automize things, it saves energy that way. But I like to break my own rules, my own habits, and my particular parcours through the house. So I'm visiting a new part of the house, and I like it up here. Owl is happy too. Lighting is nice. And yes, I'm sporting my new sweater, Los Angeles, and I'm bringing pink back. Pink is cool. Yes. Plus, I received my big version of the Witches tarot today, which is much nicer to hold. I mean, the mini ones I will keep for traveling, but you saw me. I had to like squint and with a microscope almost see the details of the image. So there we go. We go for what feels better. And I thought, why not? We're halfway through the week. It's Wednesday. Let's do a little energy check-in, see where you're at just after this new moon in Virgo, which personally made me tired. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that we're changing into autumn, change of season, air pressure changing. Yeah, I've been a little bit tired. How about you guys? Now back on the swing of in the swing of things. Although let me tell you that I've had some anxiety, not fear anxiety, more like thoughts keeping me up at night. Let me know if you went through something similar past few days. I wonder if it's something in the energy or just me. But let's shake these babies up. Vamos? I don't even know what we're pulling on. Let's just see what your current energy is. I did want to pull a reading also. Maybe I'll record another episode with the Ley de Atracción to make it more picturesque. Yeah? So let's make it nice and short, sweet. Vamos. What's your current energy? I'm connecting with you in your Aska team. What energy are you swimming in at this point in time? This is timeless though, so whenever you're seeing it, you're meant to see it because yes, nothing is random in this universe. Trust me. It's crazy once you realize that and accept that. You become much more observant. And you become much more observant when you realize that the 3D is always reflecting something about your inner state, people, situations, everything around you. So what are we reflecting en masse and as individuals? And I'm saying en masse because there is a huge collective shadow. I don't even need to switch on the news to know or get a sense of what that collective shadow still is. So we got to ask ourselves, what are we not integrating? What are we rejecting in ourselves for us to create such a massive external shadow? I watched I'm a fan of, okay, I have to stop this for a minute. I'm a big fan of Amal Clooney and George Clooney. They're just like my, ¿cómo se llama? Idol couple. And Amal, she's just so beautiful, classy, and intelligent in what she does. And she represents the Nadia, I can't remember exactly her last name. Basically, the Yazidi girl, who survived this genocide of her people. And talking about mass shadow, for us to really step into this kind of inhumanity, like that level of shadow, wow. The amount that is rejected for us to bring out that kind of darkness just makes me think how important on an individual level this shadow integration is. I feel for all genders, but I also want to say, you men don't have it easy either because you're being emasculated in a lot of ways. And what we need nowadays is real leaders, again, of the new earth. So we're all in this together. We're all doing our shadow integration, the feminine, the masculine, the transgender, the bi, LGBTQI community. We all have to integrate our shadows and step into our light and power, because when we step into our light and power, we will call out injustice. We will do something about it. We will not look away. Because when you realize that we're all connected, that the suffering of another person affects me, then we do something about it. We talk about it, like Amal, she's outspoken. But if we cannot even face our own pain and our own rejected parts internally, we cannot see it in the, we cannot relate, we cannot connect to others from the heart. We dehumanize ourselves and we dehumanize and objectify other people. And that's when these atrocities can happen. Had to be said. I'm sitting here in pink, but it's got to be said, guys. So it's really a serious topic, shadow integration. What's your present energy? Almost. Let's focus a little bit, magic now. And I welcome you, witches. Welcome to Casa Lily. Oh, this feels so much better. I can actually shuffle properly. So let's be a little bit patient because I want to shuffle the energy. And shadow integration is basically brings us back on a soulful path. And what this day and age is calling for is to step back onto the soulful path, heart-centered path, a humane, human path. Big question is, what does it mean to be a human being nowadays? You tell me what you think, what your opinion is. And we have a card coming out of it. The Magician in reverse. Again? Didn't we have this recently? It keeps on coming up. See, you can see it much better. Magician in reverse. Let's put it up right. Wow, look at this guy with his cape. I want a cape like that and a magic wand. I'm going to manifest it or create it. So we have the Magician, and he is the king of the show here. Male or female, doesn't matter here. We're just referring to the image. You have the butterfly coming. He's conjuring the butterflies, the lilies. He's got all of his tools on the table, cup standing tall, and he knows how to direct the universal stream of energy. It's also crowned in a whole bunch of roses. I associate with passion. Let's look at it that way. And the golden sky in the background, just sheer power. In the reverse, are you claiming your power? Are you accepting your power? Are you stepping into your power? Are you uncomfortable with owning your power? Are you scared to accept full accountability for your life? Whether we're conscious about it or not, whether we accept it or not, we're constantly manifesting, we're constantly creating, because we are, by nature, creative beings. So when you focus on what you don't want, what you hate, you're putting your attention, your focus there, you're going to recreate that. Universe is like, oh, you don't want that, you hate that, I'm going to give you more of that. Because the universe doesn't distinguish between hate or not hate. It just gives you what you focus on. That's why I'm very careful, and I try, I'm not saying I'm always succeeding, but I'm trying my best to self-reflect. What is it that I'm thinking and creating? What am I focusing on? Because what I focus on is what will expand in my own universe. It's what I will create. So in one way or the other, you cannot run away from your own power because you're going to be creating one way or the other. So why not do it consciously? And why not align that creation with your soul, with your higher calling? That's what alignment is about. We can still create out of alignment, but it's probably going to take longer, and it will make you reflect on what you created out of alignment, and will probably make you suffer, because what is out of alignment makes us suffer. So why not look at everything and ask yourself, not only what am I creating, but what do I want to create? Okay. So, what are you currently resisting? Thank you so much, dear beautiful new witches. I love you already. What are you currently resisting? ¿Qué pasa por allá? Can't believe it's Wednesday again. It's mad. It's really mad. What are you currently resisting? Oh, I did tell. I think I told you last episode I'm gonna go shopping. That's what I did. Got some new clothes. It feels good. Out with the old, in with the new. What are you currently resisting? ¿Qué pasa? Why are you finding it difficult to create what you want or to step into your sorcerer powers, to own them, claim them? What is it that is out of alignment? Here goes my nose. Spirit guides are around. Namaste. I think I even have like better connection up here because the router is right there. What the hell? Oh well. It's like the good old saying, what you need is right in front of you. Okay. What did we say? What are you currently resisting? You're resisting taking that sword of truth and of clarity and cutting through the BS. Your own BS probably, because if that's in the reverse, maybe what is blocking is your own BS, your own limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs, the good old I'm not good enough mantra that we've been programmed with in the old matrix. Hey, you got that sword. It might weigh a little bit, it looks heavy, but you got it. Look at it. You're holding it correctly. Maybe that thumb needs to go down. But you got this. You're already mid-air with your truth and your clarity. And you know what? Sometimes confidence comes with action. It's like act as if. And by acting, we signal to our brain, hey, I got this. I am doing it. Like, hello, see, I can do it. So how about just taking that action? You've got your talisman around your neck. You got this. You're protected. You have the right tool. It's a massive sword. You just need to focus on what you want and create that clarity within yourself first and take action. Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Yeah. And I'm drawn to the blue in the background, blue associated with spirituality and just simply clarity. It looks like he's literally cutting through the clouds of confusion and nebulous thinking. He's like dipping the sword into the clarity of the open sky. So with the swing of your sword, more clarity is created as you slice through those clouds of confusion in your own mind. Okay? It's like the clarity is already dawning on you and the clouds are dissipating. Take decisive action. A la Nike, just do it. Seriously. I mean, nowadays, I'm quite proud of myself because I'm much more decisive. You know, those trivial decisions. I don't know. Should I buy this or buy that? It's just like, boom. In the past, I would deliberate too much. Oh, pros and cons. And the list can go on, and you're still not any clearer. Have you gone through that? Option paralysis, overthinking. And nowadays, I'm like, okay, what do I need to decide? We do the research. Well, we look for the information. What feels right, what sounds right, and we go for it. And then we can always course correct. But I trust myself. I stand behind my own decisions nowadays. And I get through more decisions in that way. And it feels like I'm moving forward faster. Whereas in the past, I would get stuck on each and every minute decision. I would drive myself mad. It is maddening. And it drains us because stalling ourselves and blocking ourselves and stagnating ourselves that way by self-doubt, by questioning every step we take or what could happen and project it into a hyperbolic scenario in our head, it drives you mad. Seriously, take decisive action. Okay, what are you trying to decide on? I'm curious now. Let's pull in that energy. What are you trying to gain clarity on? Let's do that. Namaste. What are you trying? Is this recording? Yes, it is. We'll flow in. What are you trying to gain clarity on here with your sword of truth? What are you trying to gain clarity on? Mid-September. The nights are getting longer, the days are getting shorter. I love it though. So I'm also sporting my jumper because I'm like, yay, it's getting a bit cooler. I can pop on my pink sweater. I mean, summer's all good, don't get me wrong, but like after 3 months, okay, I shouldn't complain. I just go with the flow. I appreciate every season. Hot, rain, cold, whatever. So what are you deciding on? Or what do you want clarity on? Oh, you want clarity. This is in the reverse. Wow, 10 of Swords. What heavy, guys. What's going on here? I mean, 10 of Swords. Look at this dude. Or female, or he, she, they. Definitely stabbed in the back. I mean, I don't know about resurrecting from that. I don't know anything's possible. Look at that owl in the back. Also, it's ominous. But you know what? What gives me hope is the break of dawn in the background and the growth of. I'm not good with plants. It's not a lily. Does anybody know the name of this plant? It looks a bit like, some kind of cross between an orchid and a rose and a lily. Okay, if you know, help me out. Comment in the comments box. So what gives me hope is the growing of this plant flower, which always signals new life, and the break of dawn. It's basically the end of a cycle here. Okay, and it was a reverse. So you're trying to gain clarity so that you can release the 10 of Swords. Because 10 of Swords is, you've been carrying some kind of burden for so long. It's associated with the 10 of Wands, an internal burden, anxiety. Are you carrying off? It's just hitting rock bottom, basically. Maybe mentally, some kind of situation that's been driving you like mad and that you can no longer continue. So, that somehow you need to take that sword and release yourself from this cycle that you've been stuck in. Because the 10 of Swords upright means, okay, we're done. 10 of Swords reverse means you're not quite there. You're almost done. But either you're resisting it, maybe that has to do with the confusion, and you're blocking yourself by closing up the cycle. Whew, guys, let it go. Let's start a new cycle. So, next question. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card because we can't leave it at that. I want some kind of glimpse into that dawn of the card, into that dawn we see in the background. What are you hoping that this new cycle brings, since this is something to do with closing off a cycle or being challenged to close off a cycle? What new cycle are you hoping to begin? Thank you so much, dear Asgard team. Maybe that's why the Magician was also in reverse, because, it's until you take that decisive action. It's only when you take that decisive action that that cycle will be closed off, whatever cycle it is that you've been stuck in, and that you can claim your full magician powers. So everything is a little bit... But I have faith in this Page of Swords. Because you do have that sword in your hand. It's like right there. You're already in action. It's like mid-air, no, the dude? It's not like he's thinking about it. He's actually mid-air. So just follow through. There you go. And land it on my lap. 1, 2. Oh, what's this? Queen of Cups. So she came out in the reverse. Ooh, I like it. Let's look at it upright. Queen of Cups. So there she is. This queen, a little bit like Botticelli's Venus in the seashell, dressed in blue. And this leads me back to the blue of the Page of Swords. Perhaps the clarity has to do with this Queen of Cups, who's also dressed in blue. She looks like a very spiritual being, and she's holding that cup of emotions in her palms. There are rose petals, white roses this time, scattered on the ground, as if she had just seated herself into this shell. And as she was walking towards that shell to be seated, she lost a few roses. But the roses are almost like breadcrumbs, like leading somebody, maybe the Page of Swords, towards this Queen of Cups. See what I'm saying? She came out in the reverse. So what was my question? What are you hoping to encounter in a new cycle? Forgot my exact question. What are you hoping to start in a new cycle? And she came out in reverse. Maybe this new beginning has to do with finding your way. Maybe your way back to clarity has to do with finding your way back to your own Queen of Cups, which is the queen of all emotions. She's the Queen of Hearts in that sense. We can only, I would have said, ooh, this page wants to court this, find his way back to this Queen of Cups. But the path to the outer love is found by connecting with your own heart first. So this clarity that you're seeking has to do with connecting with your own Queen of Hearts, who's seated in your heart space, because she can guide you. She knows the way. It's the path talked about, stepping back onto a soulful path. And the soulful path is found by going back to the heart space. It's the heart that makes us human, that can allow us to empathize and to connect with others and with all beings, sentient and all beings, the entire universe, all creation. So as long as you don't release those 10 of Swords, you'll be blocked from your Queen of Cups. So this looks like an internal journey that you're taking. And it has to do, everything is connected here. You claiming your magician powers has to do with you taking that decisive action, which is inspired by the clarity that you need to release those 10 of Swords and start a new cycle. And the new cycle is found by trusting and connecting with your own heart. And in your heart space, you will find your Queen of Cups energy. And who knows, maybe an outer Queen of Cups as well. Can you see, guys? I'll do like this. But it's a beautiful story. It's a bit like a fairy tale. I love fairy tales, I always say, for real, I want my life to be like a true fairy tale. Why not? The first book that really left an impression on me when I was a kid was The Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende. It was written in German originally. And in that book also, Bastian, who was reading, looks a little bit like this, was reading this book, The Never-Ending Story. And as he was reading, he realized it's a bit like Neo from The Matrix. The characters in the book of The Never-Ending Story were calling to Bastian to help them save this land called Fantasia. But Bastian took such a long time that by the time he took action, by the time he realized that he was the hero of his own story, that he was the main character of the whole thing, Fantasia was destroyed until only one seed of light, one sandcorn was left. It's a beautiful story, but the good thing is, even from this one sandcorn, everything was he was able to rebuild everything from his own imagination, because Fantasia was a creation of the mind, as everything is a creation of the mind. So that's a little bit the parallel I'm drawing here, realizing that we are the magician, the hero, the creator of our own reality, knowing that we need to take decisive, heroic action. We are the ones, like the dude from Star Wars also, who needs to save. You are your own savior. You are your own hero. You are the one who is able to close the cycle. close the old cycle and walk into your new dawn to find your Queen of Cups who left breadcrumbs in your own heart to find her. I love it. Okay, that's some cheese. So that's that. That's the Witches deck. I enjoyed this. I hope you did too. And I'm gonna record another reading because I'm in the mood. And we'll make a little story with the Law of Attraction deck. Yeah, guys. So this was episode 5 of season 9. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, I'd super appreciate if you hit the like button. And if you wanna hear more of my messages, subscribe and share with friends, whoever you feel might resonate or may enjoy what I have to share. I appreciate all of that. Yeah. And I'll see you for the next episode, episode 6, coming up right after this. Ciao, bandidos.